Well, that was frustrating. I was just, Ava had gotten the habit of taking my earphones and using them, and she ripped the little ear, anyway, whatever. I got a new pair today. And they tried to go on, and I was doing my video. I was 3 minutes into my video, and the thing said auto connect, and it stopped the video. I wasn't very happy about it. Anyway, sitting here eating all of Marcia's cookies. Marcia is in town, and man, she loves to cook, and she is good at it. I'm not really a chocolate chunk guy. I like peanut butter cookies, ginger molasses. Oh yeah. But I'll eat anything. I'll eat anything. That's good for sure. And I did have a little bite to eat. The plane was delayed. Oh man, I was starting to worry a little bit. So we had done it at Philadelphia. I had lots of time, which is rare. Especially since Greg showed up. Like I said, showed up like a ninja. He just popped out of nowhere. Hey, you want to ride back to the airport? Whoa! Yeah. Yes, thank you. I would appreciate that. So Greg gave me a ride back to the airport. We talked about the horses, then I did my video. He got me there on time, tons of time. But I get in there and the plane's delayed. Now my first thought was, good, I can have a good meal. Can't have a mule because I have to sign in. I have to blow the breathalyzer. Can't have one of those. So I can have a meal though. I ate, and then it dawned on me, oh my, I'm going to be tight to make Purple People Eaters race. The plane touched down at 8:35. I sprinted through the airport, out to the second parking lot. First one was full today at 5:30 in the morning. First one was full, if you can believe that. So second parking lot, the red parking lot. Get in the car, and I drove right to Northfield. And I may have eclipsed the speed limit a couple of times getting there. Because I'm worried, I'm nothing worse than being a couple minutes late for a drive. And it's happened in my career, if you can believe that. So I get there, Purple People Eater. A lot of people, not a lot, few people over the last week asked, why would you drop Sedona Hill out of the Sire Stakes? She was second. Why? I think Purple deserves another chance. You guys, you have to understand, when you're managing these 2-year-olds, it's a long season. This is a hot state. This is a long season, and to put them in where you are expecting them and asking them to go at 105% will almost certainly make sure that they are exhausted at the end of the year, right? A couple of best years we had, we spent a lot of time at the fairs, right? And Patricia asked me the other day, why aren't we going to the fairs? We will. We're going to the fairs next week. But it's those easier wins, right? How many wins did Coupe de Ville go to last year? She destroyed them in the, and we put her away fairly fresh, to be honest. Come back, and she's only getting better now. You can't ask them to do the very best they can every time you go on the track. It just tires them out. And Jason was 100% right in correct in saying, why don't we not go to Scioto? Why don't we stay at Northfield racing the Buckeye? Because the Stallions, or the Sire Stakes, comes back to Northfield Park next time. So a well executed plan tonight. They weren't running like Purple People Eater one. My God, she's got a big gait. I can't believe she doesn't touch her elbows, that filly. I'm gonna check them tomorrow. There was no mention of any marks on her elbows, but watching the replay, oh my goodness, I don't know how she doesn't hit her elbows. Her feet will find her elbows. I'm certain of that at some point. Might put elbow boots on her. Eventually we'll get those bell boots off her, but historically speaking, that doesn't help as much as you'd think it would. So I was really happy with Purple People Eater. Just jogged, raced very, very good. Now Sedona Hill did a little more work, right? I had to leave and then quarter pole her to the front. I was so proud of the way she just let me settle her down, kind of walk the dog through the middle of the half, and then sprinted on down the lane. Maybe had a little less than I thought she'd have on the end of it, but worked really hard at the start, right? Had the 8-hole, got over into the 3-hole, then put her right back in gear, brushed her to the front, and then stopped her, and then, asked her to trot on down the lane. I thought she raced well. I thought both those fillies did great. And that win, those wins for those fillies will go a long, long way. So you can all thank Jason for that. Great job by him in understanding what we were trying to achieve and how we were trying to achieve it, and the best way forward for these fillies. 1,000% correct, the right move tonight. Not because they won, but because of the way they won. So both the fillies were good. I thought the pacer was a little flat. It's not lost on me that the horse came first over, cleared to the lead. We don't get, nobody sent me a message, but I know a couple of people will be thinking it. We don't get to look in hindsight. I'm not moving for fifth, looking up, knowing that Brett Miller is not coming first over on Ronnie Wren's filly, knowing that the horse in the 4-hole, Aaron Merriman, is not coming first over on Ronnie Wren's filly. So now you're asking me, I'm asking her to be first over into the best horse in the state? That's a hard no. Not going to do that. I waited and waited, and as it turned out, a little flatter than I thought she'd be on the end of it. She finished up a mile good, finished fifth. Raced pretty good, but as I said to Jason, I think she's hiding a bit behind. She's just cheating a little bit on us, and that's not her attitude. She's always had a killer instinct. I think maybe her feet are bugging her a little bit. Maybe she's going through a growth spurt. You have to remember, we are in the middle of a 2-year-old season. They will go through growth spurts. So when it comes to Venice Blue Chip, I'm certainly not worried. But I would like to see a little more fire in her. I guess the obvious question, before the race would be, do we want to keep her in the Sire Stakes? There's some good fillies in there. Now the best filly faltered, likely sick. I didn't watch her pull up. I don't know if she was sore at all. So that's a question. Do we stay in the Sire Stakes with her? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll think it out. I'm going to go home. I likely will go right to bed and sleep on it. And then we'll come to an answer tomorrow on that. And then B. Lisa off 2 weeks. Greg had ribbed me before I get out about the filly, driving her tonight. And I said I'll be driving her a little more conservative. Really, I knew the horse had cleared to the front. I give the board a quick look coming out of there and realized that Elliot Deaton's horse was a bit of a long shot, and I was second favorite. I didn't want Aaron to quarter pole to the front because then I'd be stuck behind the long shot. So I said, best case scenario, I can make the front, jam the brakes on. Aaron will likely come. I'll just let him go. But he came slow at the half and sat outside me, and I'm like, Lisa feels like she wants to give it to him. So let's give it to him. And was a little tiny bit disconcerting. Coming out of the last turn, I really thought she'd kick away, and she kind of wilted halfway down the lane. Now, there was a late race tonight, so we couldn't scope her. But I did talk to Dr. Latessa. I sent him a message. He was still up. And I said, hey, I'd like to scope Venice Blue Chip just to see. And I would like to scope B. Lisa in the morning. Felt to me like she might have bled a little bit. I felt she was well in hand coming out of the turn, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my, we're on fumes. There's the wire, so it didn't matter. But I would like to just get her checked to make sure everything's all right with her. But just top to bottom, a good day, a great day here at Mohawk. Alibaba was a winner in her first lifetime start, so that was good. Really happy for Mario and all the owners on her. That will likely be it. She'll head out to Illinois now, but look good in victory. A lot of updates to bring you tomorrow in regards to a number of horses in the barn. I want to write down what I want to talk about tomorrow. But for now, it's a fly in the car. I don't like that. But for now, if you don't mind, I'm going to get a little sleep. Was up at 5 today, 4:45. Got to the airport, got my flight, warmed the horses up with Dean and Tim, raced the horses, made my flight, was delayed, rushed to Northfield, raced there all night, warmed up last trip, 2 of them, and had a pretty good night here. 3 wins and a 5th at Northfield Park, and 3/3, a 4th, and a 6th in Philadelphia, and a winner at Grand River Raceway. So pretty good day it turned out to be, all in all. I will talk to you all tomorrow. I got to get up, going to go to the barn. I'm going to go with H.L. Ballou. I'm going to go with Chance in Hill. I'm going to go with him tomorrow. And then I'm going to go over to the Meadows. I got a race there in the afternoon. The second I come off the track with activation, I have to go. It's going to be tight to get there for Prince Charmer tomorrow. think it's doable. The math is doable, but it's going to be tight, just like it is tonight. So I knew this was going to be a 2 days of a full-on rat race. But you know what? Day one of the rat race worked out pretty good. Tomorrow we have, let me see. Let me see what we got tomorrow. I'll give you a quick update. What's going on tomorrow? Here we go. Tomorrow we have Militant, so I'll be looking forward to Militant. We put the hobbles on Militant, did some shoeing adjustments on him, and I think he'll be better tomorrow. I forbid you. Outside post, you're going to force me to race her from off the pace, well off the pace, which is fine. I don't have a problem doing that tomorrow. Victory Blue Chip got in to go with the other guy in the final activation. I'm going to drive activation. I believe Dave Palone will likely drive Victory Blue Chip. The second I come off the race, I'm gone. I'm going to watch Merchant Man on the way to Scioto, and then we have Prince Charmer. We have Gypsy Hill. We have Sweeney. And then I think we're missing one, aren't we? Prince Charmer, Gypsy Hill, Sweeney. Yes, for sure we are. This list, Irresistible Sun. But also tomorrow is the career debut of Drebin and the career debut of One Punch the Clock. So it'll be a great day tomorrow at the track on both sides of the border. And then Megan has 5 fish species and cuticumber racing. So a lot going on tomorrow. Friday, I am at the Meadows for the entire day. Saturday, I'm back in Ontario. Saturday night, I'm at Georgian Downs. I'm going to race. How the hell? I'm going to race, stay close, and then I am calling it a weekend. I think that's enough. So with that, I'll let you go. We'll talk to you all very soon. Very happy with the way that today turned out, both in Philadelphia and at Northfield Park and at Grand River. Take care.